to colleges when you got to the Cal Poly app, you saw that you had to declare a major before you accepted. I know for me this caused a lot of stress and anxiety because I had no idea what I wanted to pursue, and declaring a major felt like I was signing my life away. A lot of people experience uncertainty with deciding a major and would like the freedom to have the time to explore before choosing what they want to do. Currently, Cal Poly is one of the few schools that requires students to declare their major before they are accepted into the school. Cal Poly should change its policy so students have to declare their major by the end of their second year of college as opposed to its current policy. Today I will tell you 3 reasons why I think Cal Poly should give students the opportunity to declare their major at the end of their second year. First, I think that if students were given the option to declare their major by the end of their second year, they would have time to decide on a major. Students would be able to take general ed courses that would help them explore their interests. I know for a lot of people, well, for me personally, taking general ed classes kind of always seemed a little pointless, but I was talking to my parents about it, and if you go into it with an open mind, you can find things that you're interested in or maybe might want to pursue or are passionate about. And obviously there's some things that you just know you're not going to be interested in, but if you go into it with like the belief that maybe you can find something that you like, then it'll be easier to maybe find something you want to pursue. After a lot of research, I found that general ed courses can improve critical thinking, problem-solving skills, and increase your global awareness. In the article, The Value of General Education, Michael Austin states, the foundation of knowledge and critical thinking skills cultivated in general education classes will serve one better over a lifetime than 3 or 4 more courses in one's major. With having a year or 2 under your belt of time that you can explore, students will be able to find classes that can better suit what they're passionate about. According to Judith Herman in the article, The Teen Brain as a Work in Progress, the prefrontal cortex, which is responsible for organizing thoughts and making rational decisions, is the last part of the brain to mature and develops into your 20s. So once people have a better sense of who they are and what they love, it's easier to decide on a major. Obviously, college is a huge adjustment, and it would be brutal to be stuck in something that you were not interested in because you had to decide so early. This leads to my second point. The process of switching majors at Cal Poly is hard, and it can cause students to fall behind in school. If people choose to switch their major because they had to declare so early, it may take a while for the process of switching that major to be completed. I was talking to my friend who switched her major from construction management to architecture after her 3rd year, and it's now going to take her 8 years to graduate from Cal Poly just because it took her so long to find out what she truly wanted to do. And after taking a lot of general ed classes and talking to her advisors, she found that she was most passionate about architecture, so she had to switch from construction management to architecture. According to Francesca De La Fuente in the article, When Deciding on a Major, Choose What Will Make You Happy and Don't Compromise, she stated that it might take a while to find something that claims all your devotion and attention. Studies say that nationwide, 70% of undergraduate students change their major at least once during their undergraduate years, and some studies suggest that students may change their majors up to 3 times on average. At Cal Poly, classes are given based on priority of who's already in that major, which also can increase the time it would take to change the major. Continuing on that point though, there was an alumni from Cal Poly who wrote an article called The Major Truth, Cal Poly's Change of Major Policy, and she stated that I understand the argument that if people have time to try things out, it may take them longer to graduate, but at the same time, it's going to take me 5 to 6 years to graduate because of this change of major issue. Many people believe that if you go into college undecided, it will take you longer to graduate, but by having more experience and maybe deciding your second year, it will give you time to find what you want to pursue so you don't have to go through the process of changing your major. My third point is that seniors in high school are 17 to 8 years old and they don't know exactly what they want to pursue. One of my friends in high school's dream school was Cal Poly, and when she was doing her Cal Poly application, she would always talk about how stressed out she was because her parents would always tell her, like whenever she had an idea of what she wanted to major in, her parents would tell her that was impacted and she may not be able to get classes, which really swayed her decision of what school to choose. According to Liz Friedman, who is a student employment coordinator for internship and career services at Butler University, she states that if choosing a major actually means choosing one's goals, values, and interests based on intentional self-reflection and understanding of oneself, then first year students simply are not ready. After we were all in high school, so we live with our parents and have their guidance, we may not be able to come to legitimate conclusions about ourselves because we're still psychologically developing. Without knowing oneself, how can one effectively choose a major so early on? A lot of my friends that I talked to about how they chose their major stated that their parents had a large effect on what major they were going to choose because they didn't have the best idea. In Philip Bollinger's article, College Selection Should Be an Educational Experience, he stated that more often than not, the parents of college-bound students take the lead in the admissions process. Right now, there's not many other colleges that require a major declaration right away. Some of the top universities don't require it until the second or third year. Carnegie Mellon requires students to declare their major at the end of their second year, Stanford at the end of the first quarter of their junior year, and Boston University before their junior year. As I stated earlier, students should be able to have the option to declare their major after 2 years because 2 years of college will give students time to explore their options and decide what they're truly passionate about. The process of switching majors at Cal Poly is hard, and seniors in high school that are 17 to 8 years old don't always have the time to explore what they want to pursue. If you can relate to this situation or know anyone in a similar situation, you can send letters to the admissions office addressing this issue and asking for change.